Yo, Demi Noel here. I want to talk about this little game that we love called Tekken. For the one or two of you that are going to watch this video. No, I've been getting more views lately, I appreciate it, but I was thinking about making a video completely breaking down my style, how it works, and I really want to help people understand something that Harada said a while ago. There is a different way to play this game. Everyone uses frames. Everyone has belief of, this is this character's strongest move. In this situation, you always want to punch this move. You always want to punish that. You can quite literally break this game. If you go back over the videos, I know there's over 1,000 videos on my channel, but I've shown things like I actually sidestepped the wave dash yesterday. I'm not sure if I put that in the video or not, but somebody was wave dashing me. If you don't know, wave dash is supposed to track you. I sidestepped out of it and killed somebody. Yoshimitsu's blade spin. Most people, Yoshimitsu will do that to keep you from walking into it. I've gone in between the blade and launched him into a combo. I have an entire video showing me doing it multiple times, and yes, I've done it in a match several times. I've actually used Yoshi to parry an ult. I did that against the computer. I think that's in a video as well. But I've literally done some of these things that, quite literally breaks the game. And many times when people are fighting me, I can't share my comments with you guys because it's on PSN. But I get a lot of comments from people, and they're like, how did this hit? How did you do that? Blah, 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 blah. And I don't know if you guys on YouTube have those same questions. Oftentimes when I'm playing someone that are using traditional Tekken, I get very bored quickly, and it's because I know exactly what you're going to do. If I do a 1-1-2, you're going to punish it, because you know it's punishable. If I do blah, blah, blah. So what happens if I do a 1-1-2, you try to punish and nothing happens? You're going to start to wonder, how did that punish miss? This move is punishable. He did the move, I tried to punish him, so how the fuck did it whiff? And that's what I'm trying to say, is there's a completely different way to play this game. In this clip right here, this Asuka knew exactly what moves I was going to do when. So all I did was start to switch it up, and then as you can see, he died no round brown. So, because I'm always playing in a state where I'm trying to break the game, it's hard for me to lose. Yeah, I do hardly ever lose. I play people of all ranks, and that's, I'll put that as the second thing I want to talk about. I pretty much play people of all ranks. Yes, I can be Tekken God Primes. I don't like to play people above... It's kind of weird. So, I like to play yellow rank, I like to play red sometimes, so I don't really like to play orange rank, or anything above red. But I do beat them often. Actually, there's some people on some of my accounts. I have multiple accounts because I have to. There's some people on some of my accounts that are purple rank or above, and they've never even gotten a win on me. And some of the other ones have got, maybe 1 or 2 wins on me. I don't like to fight high-level people because a lot of times they're really proud, and they expect the win. I don't really like fighting people that expect to win. I just play for fun. When I'm taunting, everyone sees it as a taunt. What I'm actually doing is I'm actually having fun with you or laughing with you type of things. It's like, sometimes if let's say you're doing your ult, and you whiff it in my face, I'll do Kuni's taunt and just laugh at you. And it's a funny moment that I want to share with you. Like, the ult was supposed to hit me and it didn't because you did the spacing wrong, right? But I think that sometimes my opponent, well, most of the time, my opponent takes it as an actual taunt, and they'll get pissed off or mad, and I actually use that to my advantage. If I can piss you off, it's just more openings for me to come in. So, I don't mind sharing different outliers of how my style works. For example, and I know, Mayman3 talked about this before too, you have to understand, when you guys are talking about frames and this and that, first of all, we'll go to topic number 3. I don't use frames. I've been playing Tekken since Tekken 3 pretty steadily. I want to say off and on. I've been playing it steadily for Tekken 7. Tekken 7 is the first game that I've been able to play with other people online. I've been training against the computer since Tekken 3. I was a little bit around Tekken 1, Tekken 2, but I really started Tekken 3. My story, I was in an arcade, somebody put a quarter in the machine, and they walked away from the machine, they didn't want to play anymore. And I picked up Hwoarang, he is my OG. and I went through the entire game of Tekken 3 with Wari, and that was the start of my Tekken career, or whatever you want to call it. In Tekken 3, or Tekken 5, Tekken 4, I used to go to the arcade. I remember people not wanting to play me on the machine. A lot of people would leave the arcade and stuff. But Tekken 5, I wish they would bring this back, hopefully in Tekken 8. If the computer beat you in, like, time attack or battle or whatever, you could fight that same NPC again if you were in, like, just the regular treasure battles. So I would continuously, my hardest one to fight was King, and I would continuously fight him over and over and over until I won. And then when you beat him, like 1 or 2 fights later, he'd come right back, because it's kind of like the computer gets pissed off or something, he'd come right back. And if you guys played Tekken 5, the NPCs were kind of hard back then to fight against. Tekken 7's NPCs aren't, they're not that hard. I play on ultra hard and everything. There's a video on that too. I got all the way to Tekken God Omega with no losses, like 300 something wins. It's to a point where no bosses will come out anymore, so you can do that in Tekken 7. I've actually done it. But anyways, I'm saying all of this to show you guys where I'm coming from. This isn't like, oh, I'm new to Tekken. It's weird, like some people will say, oh, I've been playing Tekken since Tekken 1, but they're like green rank, they're struggling, they don't know like how to play the game. My goal from the outset was to find a way to break the game, which is exactly what I did. If I walk up and jab you, I know you're going to jab me back. Why? Because that's the unspoken rule in Tekken. Whenever you jab someone or someone jabs you, 9 times out of 10, a jab is going to come back your way. So if I know that, I can jab you in the face. Let's say I'm Yoshimitsu. I can jab you, I can go into sitting stance, and then launch you from there. Or do a flash setup, or whatever I want to do. So these are simple ways that I can break the game. And if you go back and watch my videos, you'll see a lot of that, where characters have built-in defense, right? Kuni, when I do back 2, it is an armored move, but she crouches into neutral, and if you're on the ground, like let's say Eddie's sitting on the ground, the move will still hit sometimes with some of the low ground moves like that, or stances. So these are things like just keep in mind, like you don't need frames to play this game. I'm sorry to tell you, you don't. A move can be safe all it wants to be, but if I take 1 step back, that move is going to whiff, and I can launch you on that so-called safe move. And people don't think about this. So let's get to my last point, because I briefly spoke about Main Man Sweet earlier. So he was talking about this before, and I 100% agree. When you press a button, there's a delay. It doesn't matter if you're online, offline, whatever, there's a delay. You press a button, there's a space. Your character starts to move, so there's another space. The move actually connects. Doesn't matter if it's a 10-frame jab, doesn't matter what it is. The move actually connects. After the move connects, you have to withdraw your hand. Let's say, if it's a jab, now you have to withdraw your fist, and now your character's back at a resting state ready for another input. Whether or not you pressed another input, that's when you can again, or your character's ready to accept one, right? These are all of the openings that you can come in on someone. That's where frames comes from. You can easily break that data by ignoring it, and if you get good enough at it, or, yes, it took many years of me training to be able to do stuff like this, what you're seeing right now, there's a completely different way to approach this game. Hopefully I did a good way of sharing that with you guys today.